Hey, vinyl community, good evening. Ed here with Ed's Den of Metal. Hey, it's been a great year. New channel that I started up here this year. Appreciate all the support. We've grown very well, and I appreciate that more than you know. So I have here my year-end top 10 for the 2025. Actually, I've only got 9. I've got 9 albums and 1 CD, 1 EP. So it's 10, so we're gonna call it a top 10. So we're gonna start right off the get-go with that EP. Is it number 10? No, not necessarily, but that's where I placed it. And that is Raven. This was released earlier in the year, March, April, maybe even a little earlier than that. Can't Take Away the Fire. It was a 5-track EP with 3 bonus live tracks. It came out on Silver Lining Music, but not on vinyl and not through any retail store. You had to order it right from their website. Great little EP. Raven always does a really good job. It came with a little 50th anniversary patch. It was a numbered and an autographed edition. So nice little thing there. Maybe one of these days they will release a vinyl edition of that. And of course, I'll grab that too. So anyway, coming in at number 9 was kind of a blind buy. I had heard one of their songs on YouTube, and always having been a big fan of High Roller Records, I immediately grabbed this. It's a very glossy cover, so you're going to see a lot of reflection, but this is Akila. This is a band from Warsaw, Poland. Kind of a little more of a melodic metal, hard rock, hard metal. A little hard to describe because it's heavy enough, yet a little bit more melodic. I'm thinking probably if I had 10, 12, 15 titles that this might not have made it. It's okay. It's nothing great, but it's a good listen, if anything. The insert here, I'm going to show you there. You can really see, and I'm not quite sure what they're going for here, but we've got the Bret Michaels look. We've got the Rolf Kasparic look there. And yeah. Goofy names as well. I'll read those off here. Captain Paradox, Hippie Banzai, Jasper DePhaser, Chris Invader, and Pete Slammer. Okay, so they picked some goofy names, but I don't regret buying it. I might not grab the next one unless I hear it first, but just something different. It's always nice to try new things too, and that's exactly what I was doing. The artwork is very cool. If you look into that, yeah, that's not going to work. Cool album. High Roller Records always do a great job. Speaking of High Roller Records, coming in here with number 8, their 6th album, Volume 6 by Canada's Sacrifice. This was kind of a comeback record. They had been working on this thing. Had to have been working on this for like 8 years. They released a song around 2020 on YouTube. The song did not make it onto this record, so I'm not sure if that'll show up someday as a bonus track or what. But really, this record didn't start taking a hold until 2021, 22, and then they kept delaying it more and more and more, and finally it came to fruition here in 2025. So still the 3 main guys. The drummer, he was there for the first 3 records, then he was not there for the 4th one, and then he came back after that. The other guys have been there for for a moon or two. So lyrics, nice record. Again, nice insert as well, as High Roller always does. This one I was not able to get the black vinyl, so I ended up getting a, actually that's a pretty cool one there too, so. All right. Number 7. Let me make sure I get these in the right number order here. Number 7, Rage. Here came an album this year that was a little bit different than what the last one was. You know, this one was a lot thrashier. PV was starting to do some different things with his vocals, almost even some like death metal vocals on the one track. I'm gonna grab some notes here. The song Cross the Line, number 6 on side 1. Very fast song and very harsh vocals. Good song, but it was definitely not the same as last year's After Lifelines. I think I liked that one a lot better, but maybe that was just because it was a little more melodic and a little more progressive. And this one here is just a lot heavier. Good record. You're always going to get good stuff with these guys. Yeah, so, all right. Moving into number 6. Sodom, the Arsonist. Killer album. Excellent artwork. Really like this. If we look, it kind of continues along the whole back side of that. There's the guys. Great album, great thrash record. Fast, furious as always, in the typical vein of Sodom. And you can even see up there he is. Fighting for. So, all right. Number 5 was a kind of a new one to me. I was not familiar with these guys at all. They've been around for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I guess. And this is their second record, Void, Forbidden Morals. This is a band from Louisiana, a thrash band, definitely embracing the 80s look there. Look at that, even with all the leather and everything. You can even see a lot of the 80s look from how they set up their pictures, and nice gatefold. You can see down through the center here in the gatefold. Haunted Louisiana thrash. A lot of you'll hear a lot of things like Testament, King Diamond, a lot of the old 80s. They're definitely a younger group, and definitely influenced by a lot of the 80s. So, little poster that came in there. These guys have been touring a lot. I was looking at their website, and I guess they've been in the Detroit area 4 times in the last year and a half. So I'm going to keep an eye out and see if maybe I can catch them, get down to the city and maybe check these guys out here on a forthcoming tour, maybe in the spring or next summer. But yeah, if you haven't heard of these guys, check them out. Very good. This is their second record. They had a 7-inch EP out as well. A little gatefold. In fact, I got that right here. Little gatefold 7-inch single. The OBI strip there, I'm not going to take that off. There was one song on here that was not on the last record, and it did not make it on here. So Shadow Kingdom Records, that's where these guys are. You can order them right through, right here in the States. That's what I did, and it came in no time. So good stuff, Good thrash, good old school thrash. Little plug for them there too. So there we go. What do we have left? So is that number? That was number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that was number 5. I gotta make sure the order is correct. Maybe I'll put that into the, pin it in a message there, because I think I just screwed that up. Number 4, Paradox, Mysterium. This was one that wouldn't have been on my radar. I have the first one, looking for the second one back from the 80s. But this wouldn't have caught my attention because I just have not followed what they've been doing ever since. But a friend of mine told me to, Ed, this is good stuff. Check this out. It's a little more of a Charlie Steinhauer solo record. I mean, if you look at it on here, on the back, there's no band members. It's just all instruments recorded and mixed by Charlie Steinhauer. And it's an excellent record. I was surprised. I mean, that actually, as I was listening to that more and more, that thing kind of moved up, and, I was a little surprised to how much I liked it. And it, basically overtook some of the other ones that I didn't expect. Total mind blower. Totally happy to hear something that good, that new. A lot of it I'm hearing, there's a lot of Hansi Kirsch in the vocals. There's a lot of the music part that reminds me a lot of Blind Guardian. If I didn't already know it from other people saying it, they use a drum machine on here. I don't know what I'm listening for to tell what's a drum machine and what's not. I think the drums are actually very good, really good drum work. Again, something even reminding me of Blind Guardian. Not sure why this has reminded me that much of it, but yeah. Paradox, Mysterium, great record. Definitely check this one out if you haven't already. All right, number 3, Sabaton Legends. I've always loved these guys. Been a huge fan of them, seen them live a couple times here over the last few years. Very, as you can tell, a very glossy cover. Let me see if I can spin this around the back. That cover just goes right through. Excellent. This one, way better than the last one. Every now and again, they've had one that isn't quite as good as the last, and then they come back with one here. And I think when I first heard this, I played it like 3 times in a row. I'm like, this is good stuff. So again, Sweden's Sabaton, always great history lessons with what these guys do. I have the CD, the earbook that came with the history, with the tracks in between the songs, where they actually give you a little bit of a history lesson with it. So excellent music, power metal, melodic power metal. So 2 left. This one up here for the longest time was going to be my number 1 for the year. Really blew my mind away when I heard this thing, and probably played it 30 times in the beginning when I first got this. It just over and over again. The new Dream Theater, Parasomnia, their record bringing Mike Portnoy back into the fold, which I was very excited to see. I had an opportunity to see these guys in Chicago this past March. A very, very good show. They were in top form. As always, a great band to hear. Excellent progressive metal. They played a little over 3 hours with a little intermission in between. But of the last few, this record really has come a long way. I especially enjoyed listening mainly to the Dolby Atmos version off the Blu-ray disc. Not so much for all the surround, because that it really didn't have, but just for the immersion of sitting there and just dozing off listening to this thing over and over again. An excellent record, coming in, I don't know, 72.3 minutes long. So again, this thing was going to be my number one up until this fall. And I didn't even get the record right away. I was streaming it. And that was, I think, a couple, 3 videos ago when I talked about heading downstate for a business trip. And I was going to, went down there and I was looking for it, but nobody had it. It was nowhere to be found. But I listened to it streaming, and that thing went on repeat 4 times over. And I probably listened to it 7 times on that trip before making it back home. And then I ended up ordering the record through a Amazon third-party merchant. I've ordered from him before. I've never had bad luck with him, but he's got enough negative reviews and I think an 88%, but I've never had a bad experience with it. Everything came. The record I'm talking about is Coroner, Dissonance Theory. This one here, again, just played it over and over again. Streamed it a lot. I've played it at work. I've even tried to, you know, it's a little harsher than most of the guys I work with like, but a couple of them were saying, this has got some good elements to that. But number one for me for 2025, excellent record. Again, totally blown away. Did not expect that. Just figured, okay, there's another record from Coroner 36 years later. And then I'm like, okay, this is something different. I said 36, I think it was 33 years that it was since the last one. But yeah, excellent record. Seemingly harder to find, and that's why I ended up having to find it through a third-party merchant. But check this one out. I think everyone should hear this one this year. Again, my number one, Coroner, Dissonance Theory. Number 2, Dream Theater, Parasomnia. Number 3, Sabaton Legends. Number 4, Paradox Mysterium. Number 5, Void, Forbidden Morals. 6, Sodom. 7, Rage. 8, Sacrifice. 9, from Warsaw, Poland, Akila. And then the honorable mention, number 10, Ravens EP. So there you have it. My last video of the year. Looking forward to many things coming in 2026. I've got a little thing planned. I've been putting it together, trying to put it together so I can kind of get some videos up 1 a week. And I've got a little series going there. So anyway, have a happy new year. Everyone, keep rocking, keep metal alive.